Alright, what up YouTube? I can't hold this like I want to, but holding is not the point. The point is what I'm saying. So lately, I don't know, I've been going through some very difficult situations, and lately, like anybody else, I've been hit with another one. So to all my people, and I don't got no issue with other people, but I'm very concerned about my people, just like any other race is concerned about theirs. With that being said, I encourage all of my melanated people to go get checked by the doctors and change your eating habits, because it's been a month now that a lot of people see me on YouTube, and I used to expose my face, but now I really don't, due to the fact of a diagnosis that I just got about a month ago. That diagnosis, which being a type of a cancer. The type of cancer, what it is, it would be called B-cell lymphoma. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of that. I'm pretty sure people have that have been around it or exposed to it, but for those that do not, this is why I highly encourage my people to go get regularly checked. I mean, regularly checked. Checked as often as you can. Like no bull crap. And at first I didn't know what it was, and I was just having these weird tingling sensations in my lip, in my face, around my jaw, just, certain areas of my face. It would tingle, and sometimes it would burn like fire and shit, like it'd be crazy. And then it'd be numb a lot, my tongue would be numb, my lip be numb. That's how it started, but I didn't know what it was. I'm just like anybody else. Alright, it's just some, I don't know, some bull crap. So I started going to the dentist, start having them to check it, you know what I mean? And, they told me that, yeah, you need to get these teeth pulled, all this other, and I'm doing certain teeth at a time, like what they say, because I'm telling you, pharmaceuticals and doctors and all this other, I'm not saying that all, because some is, we all speaking within a certain percentile. But I'm just giving you my personal overview. Yeah, something wrong with your teeth. So, you go in there and pull them. So I'm like, damn, man, my teeth really wasn't that bad. And, you steady having this weird sensation in your face. The dentist don't know. And it's my fault that I never went to the doctor, because I always thought it was a dental issue because it's in my mouth. And I'm just steady dealing with it, taking pain pills, like excruciating pain. And I went through this shit for about, it's going on 3 years in October. This is July of 2025, so I still got a few months till October. But from that time, man, I've been dealing with it all the way to end. Still working and shit, still doing everything, just dealing with that pain, not really knowing what the fuck it was. So, I go back to the dentist again and was like, hey, man, what's up? They gave me another overview, say, hey, man, teeth fucked up, all this other. Now, mind you, when I was a young kid, I had braces. I went to the dentist. I never had cavities. I never had no issues, right? Nothing. Like, this is crazy, right? So these motherfuckers instructed me to say, pull out your teeth and get implants. Like, all right, that's better, and I had a few goes in my mouth, and at the time I liked it, and then my mind changed and I didn't like it, and now that I think about it, I like it. You gotta always, your mind is always thinking, but every thought that you think ain't a thought that you should react on or even entertain. But back to this story about this B-cell lymphoma. So I set up this appointment. I go to the doctor. I say, yeah, man, we can do whatever the fuck we got to do. I'm just trying to make this fucking pain stop hurting. And this shit been going on for like a year and a half by this time, and I'm over it. I'm taking ibuprofen like a motherfucker, like 16, fucking 18 pills a day, like nigga killing my insides, and I'm not a pill person. I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke cigarettes, nothing. All of a sudden, man, you know, I go to this procedure, I get all these motherfuckers done, right? I go up in this motherfucker, get this shit done. Now, you know, you gotta go 8 months and shit for the healing process and all that, so you gotta wear these motherfucking dentures and shit, you know. So, fast forward this story a little bit further. 8 months come, I go to my pre-op, you know what I'm saying, to get checked for, you know, for them to start the implant procedure and do all this for your gums. And now I got this motherfucking weird ass little knot back here. So I'm like, what the fuck? And like over time, man, I'm telling you, I drink Mountain Dew a lot, sugar a lot, like a lot of shit. I was fucking myself over because the nigga didn't know what the fuck he had. So I finally had a biopsy. The motherfuckers came back and told me a nigga had cancer, B-cell lymphoma. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? That's what that pain was. So I did some studying on it. And it started telling me all the symptoms, all of the different, you know, shit that you'll experience with what it is, how it is, and every side effect or symptom is different for different people, but I know for me, you know what I mean? So, just what I experienced. Then it's right in my mouth and shit, so niggas start losing weight, like a lot of shit. Man, I'm still going through this crazy pain, even after the procedure. Come to find out, and this biopsy shit even happened a year and a half, even after that. Like, so I dealt with that pain for still like another, you know, maybe 6 months. It's coming up to 3 years. So, you know, it's almost been a year and a half on each end. So it was more, you know, maybe like a year and 3 months on the pain, and then maybe, you know, like another 7 months on still having the pain after the procedure, and then where we are currently. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a little off on my numbers, you know, leave my math in the comments, you know what I'm saying, and correct me where I stand, but I'm just trying to jump to the story and tell you how it went down. So, fast forward, I get this procedure done, I get this biopsy done, they do a bone test and all that, you know, the same, they do a, you know, it come back, tell me that, and I'm like, golly. So, I'm freaked out, you know, I'm tripping, I don't know what the fuck, I think I'm gonna die and shit. Still don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just freaked out, you know. And so, what I start doing is I start doing research on, like, that particular cancer and shit. Like, what I can do to help myself. Because I'm telling you, the brother was going through it. Like, it was bad. Like, I'm telling you, it was the most worstest pain that I've ever went through. And it's in my motherfucking face. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it get in other places, but unfortunately it got in my mouth. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? I still don't know, don't really care why. I just care about, you know, the solution. I don't care about how the problem got there. I'm worried about fixing the problem. So anyway, I start, you know, noticing that my diet was fucked up. You know, I drink a lot of pop, Red Bulls and shit, you know, sugar, candy, like all kind of shit. Man, I can't even tell you what other shit I have on a daily. And they started telling me sugar was the worst fucking thing for it. Sodas, pops, candy, all this other shit. All this shit causes inflammation and all this other. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? And slowly but surely, I'm like, I'm asking the doctor for pills. They give me Oxycontin. Hey, you know, I got my other pills on the side. You know, fuck how I got them. You know what I mean? Ain't none of your problem business. But, you know, them motherfucking pills wouldn't work. You know, Lortabs, 10s, 5s, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I was chewing them bitches like candy. And it was nothing, nigga, no relief. So I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna die from taking these pills, not die from my motherfucking cancer shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a melanated individual. I got, you know, motherfuckers believe in God. You know, I'm God. Everybody out here, God, that's melanated. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you create your own reality. And I know the universe, which is who I came from, which is a woman, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about my earthly woman, I'm talking about earth, Key. You feel what I'm saying? And she birthed me into this, you know, this vessel that I'm in. So I'm like, everything out here on this planet, on this terrain, for me to be able to heal myself, you know. So I had a homegirl, shout out to my homegirl, I ain't gonna say her name, you know, for personal reasons and all that other, but you know who you are, and for you I owe my deepest gratitude, and especially shout out to the person that you told me about, the youngster that's going through his situation. I hope, you know, I know that he's gonna pull through. I wish nothing but the best for him and his family, his recovery and everything else. But shout out to my homegirl who put me on this particular stuff called soursop, man. And so I ordered this shit, right? And I start taking this shit. At first I was taking it wrong because I was taking like, it say a teaspoon, well, it say a tablespoon. So I was taking 2 tablespoons, but it seemed like that wasn't it. So I heard somebody say, like, nigga, get a shot glass. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, they said, that's about what you're supposed to have is 2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. Let me go with that. So, nigga, I go with that. I'll take that shit, bust that shit down. Now, it's rough. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. It's the roughest, man. It's called soursop bitters. Hey, it's that shit is, you better have a motherfucking something to take. After you take that, you better take a little something of that, then take that, then swallow. Hey, you're gonna figure it out. Cause the moment that shit touch your tongue, you gonna fucking wish you had something. So anyway, I done got to the point to where I ain't even gonna say I'm used to it, cause a nigga not. You know, I still have it rough, but I got my own little concoction that kind of helped cut it, because it is called soursop bitters. Man, I start taking that shit. I cut out all dairy products, no milk. Man, I started incorporating nothing but fruit. I'm telling you, man, like, listen, my pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, I was at a 12, right? And I'm telling you, from taking that soursop, start cutting out all dairy, all milk, all ice cream. Now, you can have that shit, you just better Google. Well, don't really Google. Get back to books and fucking looking up shit. You know, fuck Google. I'm older than goddamn Google. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck Google. But anyway, look up your own natural cosmic motherfucking recipes. They got them. Coconut milk, some bananas, you know what I'm saying? Avocados, put a little bit of, you know, guava, goddamn, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what it is. Guava syrup or some shit, you know, or some fruit or something, you know, and that's your natural sweetness. The reason why you want some motherfucking bullshit, that's because them goddamn parasites. You want fucking sugar. Sugar worse than goddamn cocaine. But anyway, that's what's growing my goddamn cancer shit. So look, let me tell you, I start getting up every day juicing, my nigga. Cutting out, I don't never eat no motherfucking meat. I never liked that shit anyway, but, you know, a nigga used to eat sausage and bacon and, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and then nigga used to love a good bacon cheeseburger with a motherfucking fried egg on that bitch. I ain't, woohoo! Nigga, don't make me think about this shit, because I ain't gonna do it, but, you know, my thoughts are something else. So, man, cut the meat out, cut the dairy out, start juicing, you know, get shit that's not too acidic with sugar. So, but get stuff that fight the anti-cancer stuff. It's like kiwi, blueberries, raspberries. You know, you want stuff that's high in antioxidants. You know, I mix mine with real coconut juice, because water don't do nothing. That's bullshit. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. The natural water is through watermelon. That's why the white people try to make fun of you about drinking watermelon, because they know that's the proper way of hydration for you. But we ain't gonna get on that, you know. Cucumbers. Make sure you get some, you know, dragon fruit, black cherries, white cherries. I mean, apples, green apples, Granny Smith to be exact, you know. But I mean, you can get any kind. Mix a little kale, a little spinach, a little spirulina or sparulina. I don't know which way you say it, but say however the fuck you want to say it. Don't get caught up in the word. Get caught up in the benefit of what it do, you know. And I started doing that, right? Look at here, man. The moment I did that, I remind you, I went from a scale of 1 to 10 and I was at a 12. Man, that first fucking night, that shit cut out, nigga. And now, I don't even eat none of that shit, drink none of that shit. I drink nothing but fruits, vegetables, and that shit I said. I don't put no dairy. Man, let me tell you something. My motherfucking stomach, I don't even know what goddamn cure I'm supposed to be in. Oh, I guess I was in second all that time. But, golly, I love this little motherfucker. But anyway, back to the story. I hope y'all heard me yank that little girl too. Let y'all know it's real time and reality. Now, let me go to fourth, man. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But anyway, now I'm coming into this little racist ass town, so I'm trying to make sure they don't fuck with me. I better take my hat out. They don't think I'm a nigga, make them think I'm a local around here. That's why I got this damn hat on. I mean, that's why I'm in this motherfucking farm truck trying to blend in with these folks. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna just call them some duckies. Don't take my word, you motherfuckers. That's my word. If you heard it from here, you heard it from Rand, R-A-N, Knowledge. They gave the first acronym for, y'all know what it is. So I call them a ducky. You don't know, you don't know. If you do know, then you do know, like they say. So, anyway, back to this B-cell lymphoma. So, look, man, my pain level is now to 3. And the only reason it's still gonna pain is still fucking cancer. You still gotta remember that. And the only way that, you know, the pain really gonna go away is cutting it out. So they did me a PET scan. Now look, y'all, this is the good thing. You wanna exercise, work out, and do all that shit too. They say it affects your immune system, but obviously, you know, I'm a melanated individual and the universe is just telling me to get my shit together, because in my PET scan, it didn't show nothing. It's not spread throughout my whole body. It's just right here in my fucking face. So they having a procedure on the 17th to take another look at it to figure out which way they gonna go to cutting it out. Then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to be on some kind of medications and shit, but I'm not gonna be going back to eat no fucking candy. Damn sure ain't gonna be drinking no motherfucking Mountain Dews. I damn sure ain't gonna be drinking no fucking Red Bulls once I get done with the B-cell lymphoma shit and get over it, because I'm getting treatment. Now, the only thing I'm not gonna like is I do gotta have a scar on the side of my face, but no, that's all right. That's all right. Sorry, folks. Sorry I lost y'all, you know. But other than that, man, I want y'all to be able to go get checked, go get looked at, man, because they say a lot of people can have that stuff and not even know it, be lying dormant in their body. And then they checked my blood work came back, my blood is normal. They did also in that biopsy with my bones, you know what I'm saying? And it was not in my bones. So I was fortunate by the universe, not God, because they want to say God, but if it was God, God knew what I was going to have. Why would he give you something he knew you was going to have before you needed to have it? Like, this shit don't be making sense to me, but people want to say that shit like, it don't make no sense with it. I like to have that Dodge. Damn, I wonder is that motherfucker running? I can get it running. But anyway, man, so, you know, and then I could have been like other people that it didn't have such a better turnout, and it wouldn't have been nothing about God or not God. It's just about, that's what the severity of the situation is that you have, nothing else. We make our own reality. We make forward our own consciousness. We say whatever we think is going to be, and then we create our next reality by what we do at the current point in time that we in. So I can keep drinking milk, I can keep eating dairy, I can keep, you know, eating cheese and shit. Oh yeah, I use a lot of pumpkin seeds and chia seeds. I eat a lot of black beans now, and lentils. That's good for protein. You know, you want to build your body up, and then you want the antioxidants to help sustain your body as well. I also blend up celery and that motherfucking cilantro in that bitch. And, you know, you want all of these different additives to your shake. The green one, I make a green machine, and I call it my own little green machine, and I put my own little green produce, green apples, Granny Smith, green grapes, kiwi, a little bit of lime, not much, but that's citrus. Put that coconut water in there, put a little bit of celery up in that bitch, put a little arugula up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can add other things that you would like to inquire off in there, just to help the taste. Put a little bit of honey if you want to, but I use coconut water because it has its own flavor. Of course, you can put watermelon in a lot of that, but if you don't do that, make sure it was grown from somebody in the country. Make sure it was in a place to where it was genetically modified and it was real, because that's the best source. You put a little cantaloupe. I put mango in there. Berries. A lot of berries is good. Anything blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Not too much strawberries because that's sugar. It's gonna break down. So, then you could be a diabetic. So you really want to watch that. Just watch your sugar ratio, because you still have other sugars throughout the day. And I'm telling you, cut that fucking sugar out. You only got that sugar because you need that parasite. You need to get rid of that parasite. So you need to get some sour salt bitters, and you also need to get some oil of oregano. You need to take that within the consistency of what it recommends, how to do it, so to get you rid of the parasites, because you got to detox. You got to get that shit up out of you. You don't need no water. You need H3O. You need your water, which is watermelon, cantaloupe, stuff like that. But you need watermelon. That's going to help. If you can't get your hands on that, coconut water. Read the ingredients on what the back say. It should say nothing but coconuts. If it don't say that, it ain't real. Have you looked on TV when they show you and they cut the fucking coconut off the fucking tree and drink the shit right out of there? That's coconut water, motherfucker. So, if it don't say that on the back, it ain't real. You hear that? So, I want you to know that first before you start juicing with bullshit. Because the bullshit still ain't gonna fucking help. But anyway, go get checked up. Start taking them vitamins. Vitamin D, magnesium, if you can get it in a natural form, I advise you to do that. Make sure you go outside and get a lot of vitamin D with your son. Take your socks off. Go outside if you got some grass. You need to get connected, man. That's why the W people is taking all the land and making cement, because that's a negative connection to you. You vibrate off the grass. You get electromagnetic connection, man. Hands in your palms. And you so W like them that you want to go do everything that they do and call yourself black, but your stupid ass is in their fucking society and their civilization. So make that make sense. But we ain't talking about that. We talk about this motherfucking B-cell lymphoma. So anyway, start juicing. Start taking those vitamins. Start working out, start exercising. My PET scan showed I don't have nothing inside of mine. It showed it ain't spreading, so they're going to surgically go in and take it out. I'm pretty sure that they still going to give me some kind of treatment of some other sort to make sure it's not nowhere else in my mouth and places, because, I do feel it in other places at times. And so that's that. But don't know what to say about that. I'll leave it to them. But you need to still take those additives, like I said, and stay on those fruits and vegetables, man. I'm telling you, it will change your pain level tremendously. And of course, now I sleep with my head elevated. I don't sleep laying down no more. I can't take it. The blood rushes to my head, and it's too much. So you're not gonna want to do that right now until you get your surgery, or everybody might not have it in the mouth, but with 8 billion people in the world, I'm pretty sure another motherfucker in the world got it in the mouth besides me. If that was the case, they'd be having the news people coming to my damn door knocking to talk about, hey, first person in the world with the B-cell lymphoma. Let me see if I can get an interview with you and talk to you and all of this other shit, but they don't. So, and it's a highly treatable cure, and they said a lot of people go into remission after. So, fortunately, there are some cancers that you got to cut out, some cancers that you don't. But those that you don't cut out, you see what I'm saying, you got to receive chemo. Those that you do got to cut out, I think you just get it cut out. You might have to take a few little pills or a few little somethings to make sure the shit ain't kicked around nowhere else, or what else may it could have been, you know, kind of been hanging around and kicking around and fucking around and whatever. They'll get it up out of there, you know, through some type of treatment, man. They know. But I'm telling you what you can do. Now, I do know that there's something out there that'll heal your fucking cancer, but, you know, Dr. Sabi was showing people that, but, you know, unfortunately, I haven't did enough research. Oh, they painted their house. I haven't did enough research to know, you know, what does and what does not cure the shit. So, I know it is, because pharmaceuticals is a big business. So, but with that being said, I better not take this seatbelt off and be a motherfucking police hide behind that damn tree right there. Hey, sir, what the fuck? You ain't got your seatbelt on? No. I just took it out because I'm pulling into my place. But obviously, you want to fuck with me, so let the fuckery not begin. Oh, yeah, it look like shit. And then my baby over there look like shit. Yeah, my shit be sleeping, nigga. Half this shit ain't nothing. I mean, a lot of this shit ain't nothing. No. Can I check my mail? It's terrible. All right.